Hey guys, it's Catherine. Have you ever been stamping a card using a small stamp and you wanted to stamp a row across your card, or maybe even stamp a whole background with a series of the same little stamps stamped on your background? Does that make sense? Well, I know that it's really hard to line up little stamps in a row. I'm sure if you've tried it, you have had trouble just like I have. So I have a solution for you today using one of our fun products that came out in the very first Stamp of Approval collection back in August of 2015. Winnie and Walter created this Pattern of the Rings stencil, and it's been a really popular stencil. Used tons of different ways with embossing paste and distress inks and sponging, and I really love using it as a guide to line up my stamping. So that's what we're going to do today. Be sure you hang around. If you're not on my newsletter list already, hop over to catherinepluer.com and get on that list, because you will be the first to know when our shop opens for its grand opening tomorrow. We're also going to have a blog hop to celebrate with prizes, of course. So let's get stamping. I'm going to use the stencil, the Pattern of the Rings, and before I get started, I wanted to show you how I like to store most of my products. When I get them, I just take my scissors and I run them across the top right above the product, and making a slit that I'm able to then pull the product out of. I do that with my stamps as well, and this solves the problem of having to have extra packaging around, and it kind of saves the environment a little bit too. So just wanted to show you that. I don't store all of my product that way, but I was doing it that way for a while, and then I stopped, and now I've started doing it again. So I'm going to add my stencil right over the top here, and I'm going to use it not as a stencil but as a guide for my stamping. So I'm just going to secure it down so it doesn't slide around while I'm working. I'm going to start with Rosebud by Memento, and then Lilac Posies. Next I'll do Lulu Lavender, and then Grape Jelly. I'm going to repeat that. Once I get a row or two, I'll be able to just do one color at a time. I could count, but even with low numbers like 4, I've been known to mess up. So like I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 1, and then go here. But I don't trust myself. But now that I have a little row here, I know the next one goes here. So let's see, next color is that. Let's do this one. So I know it's gonna go right down this way. So now I've stamped a butterfly in the center of every circle, well, except for these down here. I'm going to end up cutting this off, so I didn't feel like finishing the rest. I'm using the GeoBuilders Stamp Set. This will also be available in my store, which opens on August 30th. I'm just inking up my stamp. I have this lined up at the 1/4 inch mark in case I don't stamp it right and I need to do it twice. I'll be able to do it again. And then I've turned my cardstock over on the other side, and I'm just going to stamp so that I have the same image on the other side. Now I want to cut enough of this off so that I see just maybe about 2/3 of it showing on the top and bottom. I can do it more, I can do it less. I'm just going to trim off right below and above the butterflies. I have a piece of black cardstock that I'm going to use to mount it, just for a little contrast. And we'll see if we'll see how that is. I think we can go down just a little bit more, so I'm going to cut off a little bit of these butterflies on the bottom and on the top, and then trim off a little bit more of this black cardstock, and this should be a good amount. Yeah, I'm liking that. So it looks like a chevron if you use it in this way. I'm going to use the All About You Sentiment Stamp Set to stamp my greeting. I still have my GeoBuilders on here. And I'm going to use my Misty just to make it easy in case I do not get a fully inked sentiment the first time. So ink it up with the black ink and give it a couple stamps. And yep, I did need that Misty. All right, looking good. And then I have this little R. We'll just use a little block and stamp that right there. So here it is with the greeting. I think that looks really sharp. I'm just adding some mounting tape on the back. It will pop this layer up and give it a little bit of dimension. We'll just add this straight to the card base and we're all done. Now I'm going to pull in one more that I did just in a different color combination, and I did the greeting on a little strip and I did the die cut from the 2Us. So you can see just a couple little tweaks on this card design. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and all of these products will be available in my store when it opens on August 30th. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you again soon.